From the beginning of the course, we've been talking about audiences, we've spoken about conversion tracking, we've spoken about using Google Tag Manager to be able to track your conversion events. So now what I want to dive deeper into is basically creating the ad campaign, right? I have briefly touched up on it, but now let's go ahead and create that ad campaign. Now we're going to go ahead and dive into my screen now. Okay, you're going to be able to see me as I create it. So we're in my screen right now as I record this video, and I want you to see something here. So we're in a demo leads campaign. Now, when you create a campaign, it is very important to understand the audience that you're creating the campaign for is very important, right? What is the goal that you want, right? The goal for this campaign is pretty simple. We want to generate leads, right? What is my business? Now, let's say that my business is that I am a chiropractor, right? Now, as a chiropractor, I want to go ahead and generate leads for my chiropractor business. So I'm going to assume right now I've done my audience research. I've pretty much gone into understanding my target audience and what it is that they need. So now I'm going to go ahead and dive into creating that actual campaign itself, right? So right now we're in our demo leads campaign. Let's go ahead and create a new campaign, and we'll call this we want leads, right? Now, when the leads come, I have an assistant that's going to call them. If you're a RIZN Results Business Elite member, you're going to have access to a VA up to 20 hours complimentary. So you pretty much already have an assistant that can call you leads. So what you do is you go ahead and create a leads campaign, and you're going to say new. What is your offer, right? Let's say I'm doing new $50 first time treatment, right? No insurance. Okay, so you're not going to take insurance. This is not a special category. We're going to leave it basically strictly for leads. And now we're going to go into the next. Okay, we're going to go next. So, okay. So now, obviously, this ad set right now is I'm going to call this a $50 new consultation, right? Okay. So now, do I want to collect a lead form? Do I want to send them to my website? Do I want to get the messenger? Do I want to get calls? It's very, very tailored to your business, right? It's very much tailored to your business. Now, personally, if you have a landing page that is optimized for you receiving leads, then yes, I would say take them to your website. But if you're going to be pretty much doing outbound, which you can do outbound in RIZN Results, you can use the power dialer to basically do outbound and calls. You can send text messages. So go ahead and select the instant forms. Choose the landing page you're going to be advertising from. I'm just going to choose my name. Now, daily budget. The way I like to look at daily budget is just look at it over a month span, right? How much do you want to spend over the course of a month for this campaign, right? Do you want to spend, if I want to spend, let's say I want to spend $300 over the month, and it's 30 days in a month. What I would do is I would say, you know what? I'm going to make my budget $10 a day. So this way I don't spend more than $300. Look at it from a 30-day standpoint or 31-day standpoint, then looking at it from a daily, just day-to-day standpoint. Because here's the God's honest truth. I like to say your first $100, your first $100, your first week of campaign, your first 2 weeks, your campaign is going to be in a learning phase, right? And when your campaign is in a learning phase, a few things happen. One, Facebook is going to search around to try to find the best audience for you. So now it's a very it's a scenario in which you have to understand how much can I spend, right? How much am I willing to spend to basically let Facebook learn, right? Because you need to give Facebook the ability to learn because they do most of the heavy lifting for you. So let's say, I'm going to say, $10. All right, I'm going to do $10. Now it's very important to understand that I'm going to touch on this later on in the course and later on in future lessons, and obviously on the YouTube channel. When you make changes, especially on a campaign level, or ad set level, such as budgets, or you make changes such as adding new ads, you basically restart that Facebook learning phase. Okay, so very important to understand is, are you willing to spend another $200 for that extra change that you just made into that existing ad? So keep that in mind when you go ahead and you are creating this campaign. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and dive in. As far as end date, I don't set an end date. I really typically don't set end dates. Now, let's go ahead and go into creating audience. Now, it's very important to understand, do you already have a custom audience? In the previous lesson, I covered custom audiences, right? But if you don't have a custom audience, now you're in a point in which, do I create a custom audience? Do I not create a custom audience? I would just, as a new advertiser, I would not mess with this. Just leave this blank, right? Because if you're going to put anything such as targeting, you're actually limiting Facebook. You're putting Facebook in a bind. All right, it's kind of like you're putting handcuffs on Facebook. They will eventually, in the learning phase, figure out who is the right person that's clicking on your ad to be able to show your ads to them. So it's very important to understand that. Okay. So now, where do you primarily do business? Now, you're pretty much local, right? So if I'm a chiropractor, I'm not advertising to all of the United States, right? So I'm going to be advertising to, let's say, people always select people living in this location. Okay. And for this, let's search it by, let's say Florida, right? I want people in this zip code. Okay, you can add other zip codes if you want to, but just put the neighboring zip code that you have. And then for age, typically, if you see anyone from 1865, I'll just leave this as broad, all genders, leave the detailed targeting on. Languages, if you speak multiple languages, you can leave it as all languages, but predominantly, especially if you're in South Florida, pay attention to your location, right? If you're in South Florida, majority, you have a mix of English and Spanish speakers, right? So if I have a mix of English and Spanish speakers, then it's very important for me to understand that my audience, now I have to, if I don't speak Spanish, I kind of want to filter this. But right now, I'm just going to leave it as all languages, right? Let me go to show more options. I'll just leave that as it is. Now, advantages A plus placements recommended, right? So the advantages plus is basically you're giving Facebook free reign, right? You're giving Facebook the ability to place your ads across, multiple platforms, across multiple placements such as Instagram stories, Facebook stories, if you're using an Instagram page, Facebook stories, Facebook feed, the right-hand column of Facebook, which would be right here. Now, I will be the first to tell you that predominantly I don't really see much conversion from the Facebook right-hand column, because typically most people on Facebook are not on your desktop, they're on your mobile phones, right? So there's a few placements that won't work. But here's the thing is Facebook will learn this. They will learn and say, you know what, this is not working, so let's go ahead and shut that down and focus primarily on either the feed, marketplace, things like that, right? So personally for me, most people would advise you to select manual placements. But personally, I like to leave it as Advantage Plus placements or whatever it is that you see on there and let Facebook figure it out for me. Okay, I'm willing to spend $100 to $200 to give Facebook the ability to learn my customers. Okay, very important to pay attention to that. Optimization for ad delivery, so you can set a customer result. How much are you willing to spend for the lead? I don't mess with that really. When you get charged, Facebook typically charges you based on impressions. And then let's go ahead and go next. Now, the most important thing when creating a Facebook ad is your Facebook primary text and your headline, right? People see your headline, right? Now, what is the type of headline you're creating? Now, are you creating an ad for a problem-aware audience, a solution-aware audience, or product-aware audience, right? What is the audience you're creating your ad for? That's very, 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 very important, okay? And I'm going to talk about that in a sense to think about it from a standpoint as, I am running an ad for, people who have been experiencing sciatica, for instance, right? Sciatic nerve pain as a chiropractor, right? And the way I'm going to tailor my ad is, lower back pain, infringing on your life, or lower back pain, hurting your life, or lower back pain, slowing you down. Lower back pain, slowing you down. Now, I know that's a good headline. Lower back pain, there you go. Lower back pain, slowing you down. Okay, I can add another headline option is, has your life been affected by lower back pain? I like to use questions, right? Because questions for me, for the most part, people see questions and questions kind of trigger a response, right? Has your life been affected by lower back pain? Okay. Is your lower back pain, which you can capitalize this, right? Back pain taking control of your life? Has your lower back pain taking control of your life, right? Has your life been affected by lower back pain? Has your lower back pain taking control of your life? Okay. Do you feel like there is no hope for your lower back pain, right? Now, all right. So now I have a few headline options in there, right? Now the text, right? So the text. Now, for most of you, I would recommend if you're going to be using or writing a ad copy to use the problem agitate solution, right? If you don't already have it, I would recommend you probably go check out Jasper.ai. It's a very phenomenal writing template, but the one thing about it is it's very robotic, so you have to put some emotional feel into it. You have to put some element of touch, right? But you can basically come up here and you can search Facebook. Where are you? You can Facebook primary text and it'll write it for you. So now I personally, let's say $50 first time visit, $50 first time chiropractor visit, right? Now, another thing you can do is I like to get my inspiration from Facebook ad library. Okay, which you can go to facebook.com/ad library, and you'll be able to kind of get some inspiration. Now, if you're a chiropractor, you're like, hey, you know what? I want to see what other chiropractors are doing, right? I want to see what other ads. Got your chiropractor practice started? Let me see. $1 grand opening special. Come try us out in Leesburg, Virginia. Schedule your all-inclusive, blah, blah, blah. Like everyone else, I was spending more time in front of my phone and computer. I started getting chronic neck pain. I was going through life in constant pain. See, now this is a pretty good story. Our cervical traction device has been a hit with thousands of customers for its ability to treat neck pain, experience the benefits, right? So I know that this is actually pretty good. So this is what I typically like to do. What I do is I come up here, I find something I like, I copy it, I come up here to my Jasper.ai, okay, I create a new document, start from scratch, all right, copy, don't use everything, right, I come up here and, come on, there you go, I paste it, right, oh no, it copied the whole thing, let's just come back on here and do this, all right. So I'm going to get, so it says, like everyone else, I was spending more time in front of my phone and computer. I started getting chronic neck pain. I was going through life with constant pain. Now, how can you phrase this? Is I can say something like like everyone else, lower back pain can be caused by, but the main thing is we need to kind of agitate, we need to create a problem, right? So we can say something like, you can use a statistic such as 50% of people suffer from lower back pain, or you know what, or you can say lower back pain is the leading cause of what is it the leading cause of lower back pain is the reason why most people say they are unhappy with life. Now, this is not true. I don't know yet. This is an example, right? I'm not going to publish this. So you want to make sure you want to be as truthful as possible, right? Low back pain is the reason why most people say they are unhappy with life, okay? It's very common. Okay, for individuals. Suffering from lower back pain to on family events, career opportunities, time with your loved ones. Okay? And this is how I'm going to get my hook, is I'm going to ask them a question. Are you suffering? Did you know that your lower back pain cause you to be unhappy. All right. So, and then lower back pain is the reason why most people say they are unhappy with life. So what I like to do is I like to do a little bit of space just so people can click on it. Helps with, I'm going to show you guys the metrics in the next course, but for this, unhappy with life. Lower back pain. Lower back pain is the reason why most people say they're unhappy with life. It's very common for individuals suffering from lower back pain to miss out on family events and career opportunities, or time with your loved ones. If your lower back pain is left untreated, it can lead to cases of, now I don't know if this is true, but I'm just making this up, clinical depression, right? Okay. And then we're going to say premature aging, the case of that of bent back, of permanent posture damage. Okay, and then this is how I transition, right? It's very important. But luckily for you, we are pleased to introduce ABC Chiropractic. Okay. All right. Here we help you. Here we help you. Here we help you. Here with our proven treatment plan. Here with our proven treatment plan, we can help you counter the side effects. We can help you counter the side effect of lower back pain, of that lower back pain is having on your life, by giving you the relief and the pain-free experience that you used to have. Okay, so now I know that. Okay, that you used to have. Okay, all right. I can make this ad even better and say, you know what, that you used to have in your 20s, but then I have to edit my targeting and use a demographic of people like 30s and above, right? Pain-free experience that you used to have in your 20s. Boom. Right now, everybody wants to be in your 20s again, right? So, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and just remove this. We're just targeting lower back pain people right now. All right. So we're pleased to announce, to help you get started, we are pleased to announce a $50 first time new member fee. Yeah, new member fee. To help you get started, we're pleased to announce we have reduced our price. And now offering a $50 first time new member free fee. Something that could be better, but obviously we're creating this out the blue, guys. You're kind of watching me create this. All right, I might edit this. All right. So now we have our ad tag. This is just an example, right? And then you can look on the right side how it's going to look, right? And then now we come up here and we add an image. Typically, I would use Canva, but we're creating a lead, so we'll just come up here, upload, and let's not upload that. Let's go ahead right now and add media. We're going to add image, and we're going to use either recommended images, stock photos, or something. But actually, let's go ahead and do something better. We're going to come up here to Canva. Okay, and while in Canva, okay, we're going to go ahead and create a new ad. Okay, custom size. I like to use Instagram posts, and then I adjust it for stories. And then what I want to see is I want to say someone images. Image is going to be someone suffering from lower back pain. All right, and then set image as background. Okay, and then we can come up here to text. Let's keep it simple. We can use that. Lower back pain. Lower back pain. Has lower back pain taken over your life? I like that. I like that line better. Over your life. All right. And then let's go ahead and put this 80. Let's go ahead and make this a color of. And let's go ahead right now and put a little bit of background. Now this is just me just literally creating something from scratch. So okay, we could do that. We can make the background a little bit more on the better side. Okay, and then has lower back pain taken over your life? All right, we can just use something like this, right? Because the reality is this is people will click on this. I guarantee you that, because they're like, yeah, it has actually. You know what? Has lower back pain taken over your life? As you can see, this is just me creating just a generic ad that you can pretty much create for yourself. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this background off, come up here, and we're going to just say a black background. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and detach this. And then we're going to go ahead and make this the background. And then we're going to go ahead and do that. There we go. And then I want to go ahead and do this. There you go. And then we can say something like this. And then let's go ahead and upload a photo of a spine. Let's go ahead and come back here. Just to make it a little bit more, ooh, you know, you're like, oh my god, all right? And then, or spine damage, something. I hate to say that, guys, but spine. There you go. This is more like it. Looks exactly just like our friend over here. Make that a little bit smaller, right? And then boom, now we have something like this, right? And then now we have an image like this. We're gonna go ahead and download this, compress the file quality. We're gonna go ahead and download it, and then we're gonna go ahead and resize this for story. Copy and resize. The reason why I'm resizing for stories because you're going to see the design template is going to be completely different, right? And what I want to do is I want to basically make it like, you know, I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to come up here to swipe up. No. Swipe up. Jeff. Swipe up arrow. Yeah, that's cool. Boom. So since this is going to be in the story, now this is just telling them, and then it's going to be swipe up. You have to understand, right? Look at it from the sense as to how are people basically using your, oh, we could just use that, I guess. Boom, 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 boom. And then we'll just go ahead and animate. All right, swipe up and exaggerate, stomp. Haha. The main thing is we want to kind of capture people's attention, right? We want to capture people's attention. It's very important that you capture people's attention, right? So we could do this, swipe up, and I'm going to move this up just a tad bit just so they can see it. Okay. And then we go ahead and download this. Download. Yeah. I don't want to upload a video. But we can upload a video. That's fine. All right, fine. Let's do a video. All right. I don't want this video to be longer than it's supposed to be, but you pretty much understand. And then we're going to come back on here to our Facebook page, and we're going to come up here and we're going to upload. We're going to come up here. We're going to add image, and we're going to upload an image. And come on. All right, and next. And then Facebook is going to basically tell you on here, hey, this is what they recommend. And then if they do the original, this is what the original is going to look like. So for this, you can pretty much like remove the, what do you call it? You can pretty much edit it, right, to match whatever you need. Now, as you can see here, stories and reels. So I'm going to come back and change it, right? Because obviously that is not what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on done here. And then I'm going to come back on here to stories and reels. I'm going to come up here and edit the group. And I'm going to come up here and change this. I'm going to upload a media. Let's change that to video. Change. Now, this is basically, since we're doing an image ad, it's basically only going to give us the ability to pretty much right now change this into an image. And I don't want to use images. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to come up here. I'm going to download this. I'm going to download this as a PNG. I'm going to go ahead and download that. Okay, perfect. And then we come back on here, and then we come up here and we upload. All right, it should be the latest one that we just added. And then just give it a few seconds. It's going to adjust, and then once it has all that images on there, see, boom, swipe up, sign up, right? And then boom, that's it. We have it in there. We go ahead and save that, and then we can come up here and edit search results and instant articles here. But we'll just leave it as it is right now. Now, as far as here, we now have to create our form. As far as call to action. We'll just go ahead and click learn more, right? Because I don't really know what the offer is. And then when it comes to your form creation, I typically just, depends on you, right? We're going to say new $50 users, right? Something like that. You can come up to more volume. You can come up here to high intent. You can come up here to, what do you want to do? And then you come up here and upload an image. So that's going to be covered in the next video while we are creating our chiropractic campaign. That's going to be a part 2, but I don't want this video to be too long. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and save this right now. And then part 2 is going to be either in the course, or we're going to go ahead and put it on YouTube as well for you to watch, right? But that's pretty much it. So if it's your that's about it for the most part.